Well, welcome everybody. I'm so grateful to see everybody in this call, and I'm so excited to have our guest speaker on tonight. Um, I'm sure most of you know who Lori Petrilli is. Lori and I have known each other for, oh gosh, a number of years, Lori, from back in the days of another company. And I'll tell you, Lori's been in the networking marketing business for a long time. Am I fair to say 35 years, Lori? Maybe more?
Not saying I it's been over 20. It's
I'm
been
not trying
over
to
20. How
incriminate
about
you
that?
here. I'm not trying to incriminate you here, but she actually brings a real wealth of knowledge to not only the Super Patch company, but to the industry as a whole. And so, it's my pleasure to be able to bring Lori Petrelli. She's a grandmother. She has I don't know whether you've seen any of her grandchildren running around on couches or whatever, and she has what, Lori, four children or
Six. I have six kids.
yeah, six children, and has built amazing multiple six-figure and seven-figure businesses in this industry with every company that she's been to. Her work ethic is second to none, and I wanted to bring her on here for all of us to learn from Lori, to be able to have her inspire us as she does quietly on the sidelines. But it's a great pleasure to have you here tonight, Lori, to be able to talk to some of the people in our organization here. Um, and just to tell a little bit about sort of your journey and how you got into network marketing. I'm not going to ask you how many years ago again, but I I want to know sort of why you chose, because I know you have businesses, and you have the bricks and mortar businesses, and you've experienced bricks and mortar businesses, but why did you choose the MLM, the network marketing industry, for yourself and your family?
I gotta tell you, it's funny. So we're in the restaurant and bars and nightclubs. Okay, so hospitality. So it's completely opposite. So people were telling me all the time, "Oh, you have to do this thing. You have to do this thing." I don't even know what they're talking about. Okay, they were talking about Herbalife, by the way. And you stay at home and you make phone calls or whatever. And I had quite a few kids. I can't remember. I had four kids maybe at the time or something like that. And I thought, because I had a career. And then
Mhm.
I wanted to stay home with my kids. So I left what I did in order to stay home with my children. So I thought it was just a very good fit that this is something that I could do at home while being with my kids. And this is prior because I was in my 20s, guys. So you could do the math. I'm 62 now. And
Hey, you
I
gave it
don't
away.
really
I
care
didn't
if you
give it
know how
away.
old I
I didn't
am.
give it away.
I don't care. But this is like before cell phones, before cordless phones. There was no back offices. I can't even remember, but I think they like the upline would bring the product to the house of your orders, and then we had to go to their house, our customers deliver it, and they would pay us with checks. Now imagine doing that now. That's crazy. And none of the checks were always good, but I knew lots of stories where the checks were not good.
Mhm.
So that's how it worked. That's how I got it. I want to raise my kids, and this is
Yeah.
the way I could do it.
And so the first company you're with, like I mean, the industry of network marketing is something you have to learn. It's a skill you have to learn.
Correct.
And how did you find that you were able to find the discipline to be self-employed with this and go to work every day?
I'm very disciplined person.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have multiple kids without being disciplined. Well, I guess you could, but you're running a circus. I don't even know what's happening. So I'm already like I worked very hard from a very young age
Sure. Sure.
in the roles of running our businesses. So as a woman and a young woman to do that, you learn to be very disciplined in everything very young. And I'm not, if you have a goal and what you want to do, you have to stick to it. You have to, and blame yourself if you don't stick to it. Like people don't realize when they're speaking to me, Lori, you don't understand. I'm so busy. I have a job and I have a dog or something like that. Like I'm like, honey, into myself. Like I raised 9 kids in my house while doing network marketing and managed to go to the top at network marketing. So that required a very, very different like disciplined lifestyle. But I
Sure.
do think, that having a schedule and what you're doing and not giving yourself an out really helps. Like I went to the gym at 5 a.m. while the kids were asleep. I came back. I made all their lunches. I, got them off to school. Then I did phone calls or I visited people. Like everything was constantly structured like that. I think people who lie bed in the morning are going to have a very tough time in MLM because you've set yourself up for the day.
Sure.
You so I always tell that you have to get out of bed. I don't care if you're getting out of bed to walk around the block. I don't care what reason it is.
Yeah.
You've got to get out of bed because once you don't get out of bed, it starts a whole snowball. My mom's 82 years old. This woman gets up. I don't even know what she's doing. I said, Mom, what are you doing? She gets up every morning, 6 a.m., and starts.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter. Like she moves. And if she didn't, she would just be lying around all the time, right? So I hope that helps.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think discipline is a huge factor, and I think that the accountability and being accountable to yourself is huge. And I know that between Lori and Eric, they were more than gracious to share with me the accountability checklist that's now in our files tab in our group. And there's been a number of people on our team here that are part of an accountability group that you can look at your own business every day and say, okay, where am I weak? Where do I need to pick up the pace? Where do I need to do? But that starts first thing in the morning, as you said, Lori, doesn't it? Getting up, getting your ass out of bed and getting up and getting your day going and uh and starting that day. Now I know that
Can I say something else about this,
sure,
Terry?
sure.
Also, guys, the team is huge now, right? In North America. I mean, there's a lot of people. I think it helps if you reach out to someone that you like or that you met at an event and you work with that person.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're too close in a team, what happens is you get to complain to each other instead of work with each other. And this is very common, right? It's human nature. I'm Italian. Like the complaining is large, what I mean? So I do it. That's a little tip when it comes to work and discipline. If you say, hey, and you have your little person that you communicate with.
Yeah, I think I agree with you 100%. And I love, I mean, Jay is all about um, one team working together and collabing, whatever it takes to rise, because we're all undergirding each other, but we're all undergirding the company. We're undergirding the super patch, the technology, and the growth and the mission because we're aligning with Jay and his mission. And I think that if we're in this game of MLM with super patch and we don't align with the CEO and what his mission is, we're going to struggle.
Of
Um,
course.
for sure. And I think that, we're building, we're trying to build, um, a distribution network of people, as Jay's doing as well. And that takes work. So Lori, I know we talked about discipline, but what would you say to the people on here, about, the successes and I think it's always important to qualify yourself. What do you want? And qualify yourself as somebody that's in the super patch business. What do you want out of it? Do you teach your people coming in? I know that you deal with a lot of network marketers over your years in and I know you're a firm believer is you don't drag people. They either, roll up their sleeves and get at it. But what would you?
Especially the networkers, I have no tolerance for. Like they know, especially the ones that had success. They know what it takes. They've done it once, they could do it again. So whining from them doesn't work for me at all. But brand new people, I sit down and I ask them questions and I listen to what they're saying. So I don't run to my ranks. I help people run their ranks.
Yeah,
And you will get what you want if you do that. If you start being like a real sergeant in the team, it's going to stress people out. So when you get a new person, you have to be really listen to them what they want to accomplish because not everyone is going to say, I want to make $1 million this year. Like that's ridiculous.
yeah,
You know, you've got to hear what they need and what they want. And people, and you have to read between the lines because people are very shy to start their own business and
sure.
think about they're very, very, very shy about it, guys. So you have to be able to hear it. But when someone presses that associate button, it is to make money, period.
Yeah,
And if you are encouraging people to press that button to save money, to save like a discount, big mistake. Huge mistake. Let customers be customers and associates be associates. It's very important.
yeah. I agree with that, and I think that for all of us on here, I think it's fair to say, Laurie, that what you're really doing at the beginning is qualifying the person, qualifying the prospect with what they want. And again, pushing that associate button for somebody just to get a discount. I mean, I know Jay has been has not been fond of that from day one, and I know what
No,
happens a
it's
lot of
it's
times.
ridiculous. You have nothing to go back on. Why did you do that? They're going to sign up their friends as associates. Now, I'm going to tell you something. When a person's a customer and they're happy, I love, I use Crest toothpaste. People ask me, I'm going to say, oh, I love Crest. I use Crest, blah, 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 right?
Yeah,
But if I don't want to be in the business of selling Crest, and now you've attached me so I can't talk about it with having no financial gain, I am not going to talk about it. So you've taken customers that actually will talk about their great results. And because now they're going to make money, they will not talk about it at all.
yeah,
Instead of just letting them have their journey. And our last company, you know that, Terry, it was predominantly customers.
yeah.
And for years, like years, decades, customers. So I think that we should just let the customers be customers and the associates be associates. But when someone makes it, you find out how you can help them, but you have to encourage them to send a message. I make people send a message while they're signing up. I asked them, who's the person? I was thinking about Joy or whatever her name. I was thinking about her, when I decided I was going to be associate. Like, who are you thinking about? They say a name. I go, bingo, send a message right now.
Yeah.
You have to, guys, you have to pull off the band-aid. It doesn't get better it gets worse the longer you wait. And you don't have to know everything about it. You don't have to know. At that point, most of them have experienced a balance test. Not all, but most of them have experienced a balance test.
Yeah.
So they just have to say the truth. I want to talk to you. You have to use an upline that knows what they're talking about. Three-way calls work very, very well.
Yeah, I think that I mean that's powerful, Laura. You've been part of three-way calls forever. And that third-party validation is
It's
really,
huge.
really huge. And I think that it's really underused, in my opinion. I think that there's not enough associates that leverage their upline and leverage leaders to help bring on people that they're bringing on. And obviously, is that something you really encourage new people to do as they're growing their organizations?
Of course, they don't know what they're saying. One sec, guys. Sorry, my son seems to be having some sort of meltdown that I have to phone him and like
We have a
he's
patch for that, though, eh? We have a patch for that. We have a
there's a
patch for
patch for
that,
that. Yeah. Take the peace patch, dude. Calm down.
eh?
You're
Get a joy
39
on it. Get
years
a joy
old.
on them too.
So I encourage people to use three-way calls just to take away the fear that they have someone with them, you know, so that they're not responsible for having the answers, right? And it's easy. Hey, listen, I'm brand new. I don't know, but my friend here, Lori, she's been here a year and a half. She knows what's happening more than me. So I prefer she answers your questions. that type of thing.
Sure.
So big fan of three ways. Here's what I don't do. First of all, you should all know the 8 marketing advantages off by heart. You should know how to put them in conversations. And I don't mean like this. Kathy's laughing at me because she knows exactly what I'm going to say. And I don't mean number one, we are a unique product. You've got to learn how to talk about them in and out of the conversation. So they're going to tell you something, and then you're going to tell them when you start the super patch conversation. You have to know them, print them out, keep them all over your house, keep them wherever you want, and it will just become so second nature to you. You have to learn that. We are a network marketing company, and our great patches are our great patches. If you talk to someone 45 minutes about patches, usually you've killed them. They're bored. It sounds way too confusing. We have to keep this very simple.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you like, just be real here. You're all associates. Okay. So there is an income opportunity attached to the patches. And the more people that use the patches, the stronger your business will be. Because to me, one of our products is the business.
Yeah.
I feel I'm helping people when they make an income. I have no embarrassment about it. Like nothing, not an inch. I believe in the network marketing model completely.
Yeah.
When someone says to me, what do you do? I say, I'm in network marketing or marketing. I don't hide it. I don't lie. I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
Right? So
100.
I think that's why you have to learn it, because if you can learn to talk about the marketing advantages, that is a business model.
Well, that's huge,
That's the
Lori.
flow.
In West Palm Beach, when Jay drew out that with the different companies, and do they each have one of these 8 marketing advantages? It's amazing to see how many companies have holes. And I'm not that here to put down any other company, but Jay has made it, almost bulletproof for us as associates to share this business, to give people the opportunity and to learn from the leaders that are here and to reach out and not be afraid to learn as they earn, so to speak. And so I think that, as you said, standing in defense of the network marketing industry is huge, and being proud of that. I mean, I come from a bricks and mortar background, and I'll tell you what, I had way more stress in a bricks and mortar background with,
Of course.
close to 300 employees that didn't show up, and then comp claims because somebody, pretended to hurt their ankle or whatever. And now it's just about, leading our people, leading and building a team and helping everybody rise together. And I love like what you said about working together, finding somebody that you work with well, and not being afraid. Because I believe that you help enough other people get what they want, you'll get what you want. I truly believe that, and I think that we as a company, you being the top person in this field, bring a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of experience, and you call a spade a spade. And I love that because we all need to hear that. We don't need to sugarcoat stuff. We need to have a work ethic.
I think it's a big problem in network marketing. And I think, there's beautiful speakers. I'm not one of them. And they sound so beautiful when they're going on and on, right? But they're not actually telling you what to do. And
Hmm.
it causes a lot of confusion because they leave and then they feel good because they've heard a beautiful thing. But then they go, "Oh, but I don't know what to do." They don't realize that they actually weren't given any information of what they where how they should be in their daily activities, weekly activities, and and it causes a lot of confusion, I find. So sometimes things are said, it might make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it's like anything at the beginning when you're first learning it. It is uncomfortable. It's
Yeah.
okay to be uncomfortable. That's why you call it a team. We're all here for each other to take away that little bit of being uncomfortable. So that's I think very important.
Yeah, and I think that we have, in my experience, and I'm not long in the business. I think I joined the first company where you and I met, Lori, was back in like 2015. I joined the company in 2014, and really trying to learn the industry because manufacturing is where I come from, and this is a little different game. But I really think there's an inherent problem of the blind leading the blind to a degree, where people are signing up people, and as you said, they're not educating them because they don't know the business themselves first. And I think it is an imperative, would you agree, with all of us to understand our business and understand what we're doing and what we have to do in order to be successful, to be able to share that and bring people on. You cannot bring people on. If Jay's business was a franchise, we would know a good portion of everything to do with this business before we presented it. Would you agree with that?
Yes, but I think that they should go to people that know what they're. So my whole career, I've been with the top.
Hmm.
So, I looked for the one, we have very successful businesses in my family. We don't go to the crappy chef that doesn't know how to cook. We go to the best chef, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So in this business, I think it's very important to listen to the people that really are doing well, that are really helping. There's a lot of, success in their teams, and they're all different types of personalities. So it's not just one type of person having success, but there's a lot. And try to listen to them and really hear what they're saying
Mhm.
rather than say, oh, that doesn't work. Oh, that doesn't work for me. Oh, I can't do that. And all the reasons why you can't. Try to listen to the info, hearing it, why you can do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Great
it
point.
it really makes MLM difficult when people don't take advice from anyone. It
Mhm.
really, really makes it difficult, guys. There's a lot of very experienced people in this team, that have been here before the patches. And I think that they've learned a lot of stuff on the way. So listen to experienced people. I think that helps a lot. Jay says a lot of, Jay's really trained in sales. Even though maybe he doesn't have an MLM background, he is very, very, very trained in sales.
Yeah.
Listen, like that training he did in Montreal is amazing.
Yeah.
That could be one of the best MLM trainings that I've ever heard.
I agree.
You're talking about a person who's only worked with the owners of the companies I were in that were multi-billion dollar companies too, not just like a little company. That's something to say. And to go back and to listen to that training, you should listen to it again and again and again. And listen, guys, I've done very well in Super Patch. I am telling you not to go give someone a speech for 45 minutes about the patches.
Yeah.
I'm telling you not to do it. And I know that that's what people do every day. Is it working for you?
Yeah. Yeah. Great advice, Lori. Great advice. I want to just be respectful of everybody's time and respectful of your time, Lori. And what I'd like to do is I'd just like to open it up to the field for a bit. If you guys are looking, can raise your hand or
Can I
jump.
answer San, Terry?
Pardon me?
Because San's asking questions. Ricky James is in Dallas. She's an MVP. And Angela is in Dallas too, and she's an RVP, San. Because she asked who's in Dallas.
Oh, okay. Okay. Very
And
No,
good.
Jay's training was recorded and it's in the back office. It's broken down into sections because that was a long wasn't that long, Terry? Wasn't it like
Yeah,
six,
it was
seven
long,
hours?
but it
It's
was so
it's
good.
it's amazing, guys,
It was so
because
good.
he goes through a lot of stuff. It really is amazing training.
Sam, did you have another question?
well, I was just, it doesn't matter, but I was correcting her that it was Judy that was wanting to know about the Dallas area, not
Oh,
me.
sorry.
It's okay. It doesn't matter. And yeah, and Jay's training was recorded and it's in the back office, yeah? If we can't find it, we can always call head office and ask them.
It would call Eric LeCare. Eric,
I
Eric
don't,
knows where
so
everything
I'm
is.
so I'm very
Eric
new.
legit knows everything, guys. So many people go on Facebook, like, I want you to friend request that guy, okay? His name is Eric L on Facebook, and he'll just go, yeah, here it is. He's like, boy wonder. Like, he's got the answer for everything.
Yeah.
How do you spell his surname?
No, he just on Facebook, it's Eric L. He's
Um,
he's he's the guy who's in all the videos. He's the corporate call. What night is he on, Terry? He's Tuesday
Yeah,
or
I think they switch back and forth from Tuesdays and
oh,
Thursdays between Terry and Steve Schultz and Eric. It's Eric Leclerc,
like
but
Carrie. Yeah.
he goes by Eric L, just a capital L on Facebook. San, if you're looking for him on there.
if
He
I
does
wanted to if I wanted to refer to him, please can you spell his surname for me?
it. AQ.
LAQUERRE.
Uh, okay, Yeah,
UERRE.
LAQERRE. Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Oh, someone put it there.
Oh, did they put it in the chat?
Someone's really giving him up totally. I mean, this guy
Hey,
literally, when we
you
joined the
know,
company,
everybody on this call, you witnessed it. I didn't give them up.
no, I gave him up totally. I mean, Terry and him are friends. He'll just think it's funny. But I tell guys, when we go in a company and I say, oh, I'm gonna join the company, Eric, to 48 hours, knows everything. He knows the comp plan, he knows this, he knows studies, he's seen 19 videos. I don't know how this guy does it. It's crazy. I guess that's why he's an MVP.
He really does a good job. Well, it's his business, and
Takes it very seriously.
he knows if he was buying a Tim Hortons franchise, I guarantee he knows how the
He's the
fryers
same
work and
way
the
about
bakers work.
everything. We
Yeah,
order dinner at night. Eric's like a son to me, by the way, guys. There's nothing weird and crazy because he's only. Anyways, we order dinner. He goes through the menu like that too with the waiter. I would like to have the steak, and I would like to like everything's perfect, planned out. I mean, it's crazy.
yeah. Well, that's not a bad way to be. Trust me, it's a good way to be. But I want to open it up. Anybody, if you just have any questions for Lori, I want to respect everybody's time here. Just raise your hand. There's lots of knowledge coming from Lori. Like we're talking, 35, 40 years of network marketing experience, success. And she looks at this as a business. This is not a hobby. This is her livelihood.
No,
This
it's not a hobby,
is not a hobby. So feel free to ask a question. Anybody have a question out
but
there?
it's very enjoyable to do for someone in their 60s.
Oh,
Because I'll tell you the truth, I don't know any job that you could start at 60 and have this type of success. Impossible.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you, Lori, I'm the first one to say, I mean, I thought that our family business was going to be my legacy. After my dad passed away in 2012, and I had all kinds of opportunity to start manufacturing companies, buy equipment, mortgage house, lean the house, blah blah blah. And I looked at network marketing and I'm like, I can do this. I can do this. And I saw the money that people were making, and I'm like, I have to learn this because the cost to get into the business was so unbelievable. When I was looking at, our payroll in a month was $1 million, just the payroll. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking I can get into this business for under a couple of grand,
Mm-hmm.
like back in the days of the other company. I can remember going full bore into it with their biggest pack, which I think is they call it the business builder pack. And I thought this is a joke. I think it was
Yeah.
$1,200 at the time, and I can build a network and an organization if I'm just open to learn and work my butt off. Then, and I think that
It's
decision
an
has to be made.
investment in yourself. It is an
Yeah,
investment in the future.
yeah, and I
That
think
is what it is. I watch people go spend they'll buy shoes or go to a restaurant or do, and then say, well, I can't afford it. Those things are not an investment in yourself. They're actually a waste of money. It doesn't change your future. This is something that can change your future. And it is our job to show people how to make 100 a month or 200 a month or 500 a month or $600 a month. It is our responsibility when we ask someone to join us.
Exactly. Yeah, great point. Ruby, you're unmuted. Go ahead.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Uh, my question is, when I do the balance test with a prospect, I'm having trouble moving them from the balance test to the three-way call. I'm not landing that at all. What are some suggestions?
So I do the balance test first before I say a word, just so you know. I say, I'm going to show you the most wild thing. I had horrible balance. I was tested. It was horrible. I fixed that problem. I bet you're not. Let's see if you have good balance. I do the balance test before I say a word. So, and so of course, they feel differently once you do that, right? And then
Right.
the conversation is about those at eight marketing. So I'm getting every point across in the conversation and I'm making them agree with me. That it isn't that wild? Our product is so unique. And then I go, we have 13 patches that help with, and then I go, I'll say a few things like sleep or pain or, if you're stressed out. And I go, isn't that amazing? They go, yes. I make them agree after each point I make of those eight.
Marketing advantages, yeah.
Marketing. So the problem is, Ruby, and I don't know because I'm not there when you're talking to them, it's the conversation before and after that's not making them go to the next step, probably. Does that help?
Okay. It does help. And we're a very small group in Dallas, Texas, and we really have not been able to tap into strong leadership. So
Oh,
it's
Ricky James is their MVP. Everyone loves her. And Angela too is there. They're both
okay.
very strong leaders, Ruby. We have a call on Monday nights at 7:30 where they're usually both on the calls.
Yeah, I'm on there Monday night at 7:30.
So
What
there was just an event in Dallas.
I was there.
Oh yeah, good.
I met you. You're awesome.
I meant there was just an event a couple of weeks ago in Dallas.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Angela, Jonathan, I forget who else was there. I don't think Ricky, because I think Ricky was somewhere else. But yeah, there was just an event. We have to, the leaders, we have to get better in sharing the events. Like sometimes, but I think we should have like a WhatsApp group and everyone put their events in there so that way everyone could see it.
Well, and
And
the
That
nice thing is we can share it to whatever groups we have too, Lori. I think that's a great
yeah,
idea.
because I didn't even know. Like I knew about, I think it was April 26th. Like I knew because I was somewhere else and I just found out, oh, they're doing an event in Dallas.
Well,
oh wow.
Ricky James and Amanda Allen just posted another one today.
Yeah, they're doing California. They're doing one in California. We're
Yeah.
doing one in Paris. We're doing one in Montreal on May 17th.
Yeah, perfect. So, Mary, go ahead and thanks, Ruby, for your question. Great question.
Hi,
And
Lori. Is this Mary Martin? Am I able to ask my question?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, excellent. I didn't know if there was another Mary. I just wanted to make
oh,
sure.
sorry, Mary.
Lori, could you give us some tips on how to, like what you do with people who have a really academic, kind of heady approach to this product and they want to understand, like, how do we not
I
go in
send
that
Jay's
rabbit
science
hole?
video.
Yeah.
I go, I'm not a scientist. I did not develop these patches. So I could only screw it up. I'm very honest about that,
Yeah.
because when you memorize it exactly what it does, it freaks people out because they think they're going to have to know that. So I always send Jay's video of him explaining the product. And I think he just redid one too, guys, that they're editing. But I'm a big fan of duplication. I don't want people in my team to talk about the patches for 45 minutes because people
Mhm.
get bored and they die. So I tools for everything. Comp plan, here's the one pager or the video or this or that science video that Brent, I really like that one about the skin I like it. I think it's a
Mhm.
good way to start, but for
Yeah,
those people,
The John Brinkus video. Yeah.
yeah, the John Breakus video, but for those type of people,
Yeah.
Jay, I mean, he's the one who did it. He's going to explain it. And
And I think it's important. I hope everybody on this call is subscribed to the Super Patch YouTube channel. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the Super Patch YouTube channel as well and follow their Instagram and their Facebook page as well. There's always a wealth of information and we get a little confused at what direction to go in, but we're always safe using what's on Super Patch authorized social media channels and pages. And there's always good stuff there that you can utilize for sure. So great question, Mary, and I totally agree with what Lori says.
and Diane, who says I'll be 81 in June in Isogenics, the number one owner that made over $100 million was 74 years old when he joined Isogenics.
Jimmy Smith.
Yeah. So that thing, I don't care about age. There's no age in MLM. Let's face it. Obviously, you can't be 12, but anybody over 18 can do it. And it's perfect. And that's people ask me about it. I'm in my 60s. It is fun having a business rather than just sit. Some of my friends are just sit around doing nothing. Like no joke. Like, it's so boring.
And they're
I mean,
bored
I
out of
don't
the
want to
tree
watch
without
Netflix
saying
20
it.
hours a day.
And they're and they're probably bored out of the tree without saying it.
Well, no, they complain to me. I go, well, join an MLM. Like, what's the matter with you? Like, it's the easiest way for you to start a business. I don't care if you're retired. Start a new one, start a new career.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
amazing. Good job, Diane.
Diane's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a mere child. So, anyone else before we put this call?
I
Just
hope you believe what I said, Mary, because there's some people that aren't going to believe it and are still going to go into a huge explanation.
Laura, you bring up a good point on that. And I've realized that in all these years and all these medical people, none of this stuff has been taught in the schools. So nobody has an idea about this stuff. So you're so apropos, just let the video do the work. And if they don't understand it from that point, then they need other help, basically, is what I tell them. Because it's like, I'm not a scientist either. And Jay's the one that invented it. So listen to him and you're going to learn something new. And then here we are now.
Guys, it's the funniest thing. So I'm going to call with Jay, and I forget who this person was, but they knew nothing. Like they were not a scientist, we're not a doctor, we're not in any way qualified. So Jay's talking to him. This person then starts to argue with Jay. It was the craziest thing I ever saw. And Jay just stopped and said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have a degree in neuroscience or something?" And she's like, whatever. She had no degree in it. It was so crazy. Like sometimes too, you have to know when to let it go.
yeah.
This is not about confrontation and getting conflicts with people. Some people, sorry for saying it, are just too stupid. Like this is the person who did it. Like it's backed by science. If you don't want to believe it, you know, the
Next.
sky is blue. Like you could make it want to be, another color all you want, but it's just that's what it is. So I think that too plays into it, right?
Yeah, and I think I mean, I can't believe in the years that I've been here that how many people want to be the smartest person. And it's like, and in some cases it's like, well, if I haven't heard of it, it doesn't exist. And then when you do tell them about it, they want to know every little jot and tittle. And it's like, dude, it's a Band-Aid. That's all I know. Put it on and see what it does. So, yeah, we're not here for confrontation. We're here to offer a drug-free solution.
Drug-free solution. No
All we're here to
supplements,
offer.
no chemical. Like people, no, that's impossible. That's impossible. Well, I wear them every day, so apparently it's possible, and the Band-Aid thing is true. Can you wear a Band-Aid? Then you
No.
can wear the patches.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you're
even said,
allergic to adhesive? You're gonna be allergic to the patches. Like, I don't get why, I have life-threatening allergies. I'm allergic to nuts. I'm allergic to nuts. Like, I don't go, oh, well, I'm going to see. Am I going to be allergic? Yeah, if you're allergic to a Band-Aid, you're going to be allergic to the patches. It's crazy. Some people are just crazy, guys. We have to
well,
laugh.
yeah, and Lori, you're absolutely right. We're not here to argue and get in a battle, a sword fight with people. I mean, I've said to somebody before when I've talked to them, I said, you not believing this is your misfortune. I said, and you truly have a right to be wrong. But we have studies upon studies, and we're more coming. So, your option here is to continue in disbelief, or be a non-believer, or to give it a try. That's your choice. I'm just here to share the technology with you. You have to choose whether you want to try it. And if not, I mean, I've had people say, well, I don't believe that happens. And they talk to me about having an ailment of pain or a symptom of pain. And I'm like, well, I'm just offering you a drug-free solution to help with your pain. Well, I don't believe it works. I said, all right, no problem. Enjoy your pain. Have a nice day. So we get into the point, Lori, where we're not here to get confrontational with her. We're
To
here to
share.
simply offer a drug-free solution. They can choose whether they want to try it or not. Make sense? And
Yes.
I think Sam, you got your hand up. Go ahead and unmute.
Yeah, I had to like restart my computer, so I've lost what I had in the chat because I wasn't able to save it. The settings weren't set so I could save it. And obviously I've missed some of the conversation. So my apologies if this question is a repeat.
That's
Um,
okay.
but what I'm struggling with is people who have an ultra logical, rational, scientific mind, and I'm not able to be there with them physically in person in order to do the muscle test. So I'm having to sell this product, without them having tried it, without doing the muscle test. And I'm wondering if there's a way that you could help me language things.
So that question was answered. So we
Okay.
use the science video that Jay did.
Okay. I'll have to ask.
I do not try to explain it.
Okay.
This is from the
Yeah.
horse's mouth,
Yeah.
and I do it. And also, I would send two Liberty patches, and do the Zoom with them, but I do the bounce test with them by Zoom. So they have to have someone with them, and I tell them, do not open it, do not put that patch, do not do anything. And explain to them, we're going to do something, and it's really, really cool. It's really amazing, but you have to use the tools. And this is one of the traps that people fall in, and they don't realize it. It's like great presenters, the presentation starts getting longer and longer and longer, the same type of thing, right? So the speech about the patches will get longer and longer, and about the balance test and everything. That's why everything's video for me. Video. I need you to watch this video. I'm going to call you back in 35 minutes.
Yeah,
And
well,
I
thank you.
set up a time.
Mhm.
When are you going to be home? 8 o'clock? You have time at 8 o'clock? Great. I'm going to send you a video at 8 o'clock. You're going to watch it, and then I'm going to call you.
Okay. Two responses to that. First, thank you, because I never occurred to me to have someone else there to do the muscle testing for me. So that's a brilliant idea.
Yeah,
Um, and
I
then
do it.
and
That's why I
wondering,
send two. Sometimes I send three if I don't believe in samples, guys, by the way,
Me either. I agree with you.
at all. I know everyone at all. When we go to the Farmer Pre, are they giving us a free lipstick? No, they're not. Okay? We have to buy the lipstick and see about the lipstick. And when someone purchases something, it becomes more valuable to them.
Yeah.
You know what happens when, listen, my house all the time, those free things, the free things, they give you those, all garbage, garbage. Network marketing companies send me product all the time. You know where it goes? Garbage. I don't care. Don't care.
When people pay, they pay attention.
Yeah, they do. So,
So
and
can
that's
you,
why I'm only sending them a few so that they could do the balance test. So the ones for the screw up, but then they could do it on each other.
Yeah.
so can you do the step, can you explain the step-by-step process then if we're going to be doing this over Zoom and with someone else doing it? So they do the muscle test and then they do it again
You
with the
you
patch
you
on.
show them. You stand up and you show them. You do this, and then they're on the screen and you could see them and you're helping them what to do. And now you do this exactly like a balance test, except for you're showing someone how to do a balance test.
Mhm.
You're teaching someone how to do a balance test. And guys, these are throughout. We just brought in because we have teams in Europe. We just brought a brand new team in from Netherlands. Every test is done like that.
And the purpose of sending them 3 patches is so that they can try the muscle test with the patch on
No,
afterwards?
the first patch is for them. The second patch is for the person that's helping them do the balance test. And the third patch is if they screw up.
I'm not getting it because there's something missing here. So we're doing the balance test without the patches, then we're doing the balance test with the patches?
Yes.
Right. Okay, got it.
Do you have a video of how to do a balance test?
No, I don't. I'm new to SuperPatch and I have absolutely nothing. I get nothing. I get no
Oh, I'm so
emails
sorry. I'm so sorry,
about,
Sad. So we have videos actually how to do a balance test.
yeah, so I'll need to
So
ask.
we do the
So,
balance test first with no patches.
mhm,
Then we do the balance test with a patch. So if
okay.
you're sending it to someone that's not near you, they're going to have another person there, so they're going to use one patch for themselves, but then they're going to do the balance test on their friend. And we also record with their phones the balance test so they could see their reaction. As a matter of
Okay.
fact, Kathy Gage is the one who did my balance test first time.
Who can I call or contact to get this video that you're talking about and also Jay's video explaining how to use the patches?
Where are the videos stored, Terry, for them?
Well, as
Should
I
I put
said,
it in my group or our group or?
yeah, I mean, there's videos on the YouTube channel, the SuperPatch YouTube channel,
Okay.
Jay explaining the technology.
Can
So,
someone put the specific link to the specific video where Jay is explaining?
Yes,
Because I'm
Guys,
sure there's,
I'll do that right now. One
thank you,
for
moment.
Mary.
all, listen, guys, this is very important for all new team members. They should have a video how to do balance tests. There's tons. I mean, Eric's done 5 million. And they should have that Brankus video. They should have the science video from Jay. They should have the 1-page comp plan.
yeah,
They should have all that, guys. Oh, excuse me. And the 8 marketing advantages and the patches. Like, this is the patch. This is what the patches does. They should have all that info. You should store that somewhere, San. So it's all together. So when people are asking you and stored in the order you need, and that way you could just send it to someone. Those are tools that you should have.
Yeah, I should have them, but I don't. Who can
That's
I
okay. That's okay, but
contact?
you'll get it.
It's in the chat.
Uh,
Well,
Send
not everything that she said is in the chat.
a
I
couple
don't
reach
have
out
a
in the chat,
chart. What?
Stan,
couple reach
there
out
is,
to San, and if you need help, you can please. I'm happy to help out as well. You can reach out to
Good,
me.
Kevin. Thank
Okay,
you.
I'm more than happy to help you and connect you with somebody in your area as well. And as Lori said, get you all the right tools that you need to be successful at growing your
In your
business.
business. Guys, what I do is I have like a little WhatsApp group that's to myself. So it's like a group and I call it super links and it's all the things that I need because I'm using them multiple times a day. I'm sending them to people multiple times a day, right? So I keep them in one place. I use WhatsApp a lot. Don't like the other form of communication. That's what I do. I
yeah,
use Ask Terry
yeah,
and I just fire off those patches. I pin that group, my little super link group, and So that way I know where they are.
San, there's also Stephanie Tollers in Florida. Um, she um, she is offered for you to call her.
So here's the thing. I live in London, UK, and I feel so freaking isolated from SuperPatch's. I don't get any emails about these calls. It was only my sister that told me about this call. I'm utterly cut off and isolated from SuperPatch's. I don't have any of the things that Lori did. And the problem is that I can't click on the links in the chat. So
Okay, so I'm going to make it easy for you. So do you have
thank you.
WhatsApp?
I do have WhatsApp, yes.
Okay, I'm going to put my phone number here. You're going to come get me on WhatsApp, and I'm going to send you I'm just going to send you it so you don't have to click on anything.
Awesome.
There we
And
go.
and Mary, if I give you my email address, can you please email me
Be
that
happy
Liberty
to.
Patch a link that you put in the chat? Um
Absolutely.
yeah, so I can't
You got
there's
it.
no way to save the chat. Um
Don't
and
worry.
and if
This
I
is
click on things, it my computer just goes wonky
Yeah,
and
don't worry.
yeah,
Don't worry, Sam. We're going to
thank
get
you.
you all information you need.
Yeah,
Okay, thank
San.
you.
There's a number of groups now in the UK that's starting to grow too. So I will reach out to you, or I will put my number in the group here as well.
Mhm.
And we can get you hooked up with the different groups in the UK to keep you informed because we post everything in there for the different calls and the different things. And Lori, if you want to send me those links in WhatsApp too, I'll post it in the group.
Good.
And then I'll post it in the group in the Patchination group, and then you can all.
I could send you our boards too, but I'm going to be honest, depending your age group, I like things there. I don't want to go looking around the boards, you know? I know some of them love it in my team. They're big on the boards and they're the perfect boards and everything else, but I just like having this stuff.
You know what I do, Lori, that really helps is I just store it in quick notes
Yeah.
on my phone. You know, your quick notes is on the computer on a Mac and it's also on your phone. And I just store the different videos that I have there. And there's a number of really good videos. Steve Schultz, who's an amazing leader in our company who does the opportunity calls, switches with Terry Newsom and Eric Lecaire, does great job. He's done some great videos himself with regards to fast start. He's done one on the CapEx program. So if also saying, I don't know who your sponsor is, they may or may not be in the Patchination Facebook group. I'm not sure, but it's searchable. It's not private. You're welcome to join that. We have a lot of information in the files tab in that group too. So if you want, you can even call me. I put my number in the group there, San, and you're welcome to call me or call Kevin, and we'll get you all fixed up. And if Lori sends this what she has, what she uses, it's probably the same as what we're all using, but I'll put it in one place and then save it in one place and put it in the featured part of the group. Make sense?
Um, did I spell that right? Patchination in the chat. Did I spell that
Yeah,
right?
patch dash a dash nation.
Right. And that's a Facebook group?
Yeah.
Patch. I'm gonna write it again. Nation and just
Karen
check
Smith
that,
put it
that
in
I
the chat there. Karen
oh
McDonald, who's on this call, is in the UK as well. There are a number of team people in the UK. There's a couple WhatsApp groups that I can put you
I sent
into.
you everything, Terry.
Thanks, Lori. Yeah.
And I sent you a balance test from a good friend of mine that's in the UK. So it is Eric and him that are doing the balance test.
Yeah, Eric did a great job on somebody in the UK doing the balance test. It was pretty good, actually. So we'll get you all straightened out, San. Don't
thank
worry.
you. I appreciate it.
There's lots of people here. We're all willing to help, and we'll get you straightened around for sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I'm gonna text you, Terry,
Perfect.
and Lori, I've already texted you.
I see it.
Great.
Great. Well, that's great, everybody. I want to respect we're 10 after the 9. We've gone a little longer than we anticipated, but they're all great questions. And Lori, I can't thank you enough
Thank you, Terry. It was very nice of you to invite me.
Yeah, it was great to have you on the call. We'll have you on again, I'm sure. I'm going to have Eric LeCaire on here one night as well. So there's lots of us that we can learn from each other. We're all here to undergird and help each other. So did you guys all find this call pretty informative from Lori?
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
I think
You'll
so.
like Eric much better.
Absolutely.
Sad. It's the reality of my life.
You did well.
Yeah. So we're all good. So on behalf of everybody here, Lori, thank you so much
Thank
for your
you.
time tonight. And I'm going to stop the recording.